Keisha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Late Keisha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop.
Hey y'all, me with my negative energy. That's an inside joke. If y'all watch my earlier videos, y'all know what I'm talking about. But y'all, let's get into this video. I don't know if y'all watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, but if you do, honey, some mess has spilled upon these YouTube streets.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Now, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, Yandy and Rasheeda, I don't know what's going on with these two, but I kind of understand what Rasheeda is saying. Rasheeda is pretty much saying that she did not have a problem with Yandy, but she feels like Yandy was trying to make it seem like it was it was Kirk that was out doing whatever, when in fact, it seems like they were talking about Mendeecees. Now, we done heard a lot of stuff about Mendeecees. So what Rasheeda and Kirk is saying is that Yandy and Mendeecees is trying to throw Kirk under the bus to make it seem like, this is Kirk's situation. And y'all know, Kirk has that, baby mama with Jasmine. So people just want to, or they want to try to make it seem like everything is coming from Kirk. But baby, Rasheeda and I guess Yandy are not cool, but Rasheeda is saying that although we see her and Yandy on the show and they kind of run in the same cliques, they're not really friends. And Rasheeda has pretty much made that clear. Now, if y'all remember this was last week's. Let's get into a little bit of it.
Friends. Yeah, you are my friend. Am I saying we're best friends? No, we're not.
I never said
Are we saying we the closest homegirls in the world? No, we're not. That's where the discrepancy is.
So Rasheeda is pretty much saying, hey, we cool like that, but we're not really friends like that. Let's keep it real. And Rasheeda has said that continuously. She's also said that it seemed like Yandy probably want her friendship when it's convenient. But I'm going to tell y'all this because I be remembering stuff that has been said about Yandy before. If y'all remember her friend Kimbella said Yandy is one of those people who wants to be always out and in front of the cameras to make it look like she's doing something that she probably not really doing. But listen, y'all, it done got even messier because baby, Kirk and Rasheeda out here doing interviews.
You did say in your confessional that it is rumored that allegedly Mendeecees has other women. Do you think Mendeecees is cheating on Yandy?
Have you ever asked that question in Atlanta?
Do you think Mendeecees cheating on you? Okay. Yeah. Because first of all, hell no.
I left Atlanta for a reason.
Okay, then. There we go. Sounds like a complete different one for me, baby. Yeah.
You said out your mouth.
Well, this is what I'm going to say.
I never met Mendeecees. I don't know anything.
Let me tell you this. I want to say something.
Oh, no, Kirk. I want Rasheeda to answer.
What?
Because you said in your interview.
This is what I will say. I've seen things, and that's just that. That people have brought to me. Let me say it like that.
Did you ever go to her with the things you've seen?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
Because I don't do stuff like that. Because somebody's bringing me something. Now, had I walked in and seen this somebody, Then I might pick up the phone and be like, baby, listen, I just walked in and seen your man going crazy. You better get your ass here before I whip his.
Well, the things you seen were just like rumors.
Just a little bit people saying that B-Day receipts, that they have, but I'm really not that girl though. Like I'm not sitting here running around doing this and doing that. But also too, I feel like this. Me and Yandy have not had that type of relationship. Like we don't talk about our husbands, and I know people see the television side of things and we are in the same friend circles, but there's levels to friendship.
You in Atlanta, we in Atlanta. I have friends that I love who do certain things in their marriage and relationship. I don't judge them. I love them. I don't care. If you doing what you're doing, do what you do. I just feel like they held back some information from us that they should have told us. And that's me keeping it 100.
In terms of like things they knew about you guys or just what they were going through?
Go to Vegas and look up me and Rasheeda marriage certificate.
Well, no, not in terms of us, because one thing I do have to say is me and Kirk been as transparent as you can get when it comes to this. We put this out there. Like I dealt with the whole.
And I said this, and I'm getting in because I don't care where he put his private. It's his, right? This is me keeping it 100. But when you start saying slick like, well, I'm the only one on the show who ain't had a baby, you don't have all these goddamn baby mamas coming from Yandy. I'm just keeping it 100. But none of my, I'm not. This is stuff that happened on the show, right?
Yeah.
But I really feel like, for me, number one, what's happening for Mendeecees and Yandy, for Atlanta to like you, it needs to happen because they funny down here anyway. Atlanta is funny. Mm-hmm. You are getting some new traction, right? So I'm gonna give you your prop. That's the Harlem. He's smart. I got to give him credit when credit is due, and I got to give her credit when credit is due because they attacked us in a way where now they're into it with Kirk and Rasheeda, and that's where I was like, I applaud you for that one. You did your big one, right? But I do think on No Shade, I'm like, bro, I've been to 2 weddings. For me to find out you motherfuckers really ain't married, that threw me for a loop.
Are Yandy and Mendeecees legally not married?
There's no marriage certificate. Those were weddings.
Between us girls, Rasheeda, is that true?
Listen, this is what I will tell you. A marriage certificate is a legal document and a public document that you can pull up and go get right now. That's what I will tell you.
So when he said take it on the chin, that's chess for me. It's like checkmate. You trying to get in a position that I currently hold. I'm like, you hold up. So I'm like, this is a married thing right here, because you got to get there only by being a couple, right? So that was like break number 1. But if y'all got an open relationship, just say it. Instead of us thinking you cheated, because he's really not cheating if it's not what we think. Listen, I'm not disrespecting him because I with him. But
really?
No, I really do. No, and I'm just saying if it's something different, I think just say that.
Do you think Yandy and Mendeecees have an open relationship?
It's something they're not telling the world, bro. Okay. It's something they're not telling the world.
Rasheeda?
I respect.
I'm sorry, that was my mama.
Okay, cool.
Hey,
I do. Okay, like I said, I do have respect for Mendeecees though. He's a cool dude. He's a smart dude too though. He laid back, but he cutting.
For me, it's just don't try to deflect and make it seem like it's us who's doing this to y'all. We don't have nothing to do with that. Okay. And then secondly, like I just say, at some point, maybe living in your truth is probably a better option.
You did say in your confessional that, it is rumored that allegedly Mendeecees has other women. Do you think Mendeecees is cheating on Yandy?
Y'all, this is crazy. And I did a video not that long ago about them being married. Now, some of y'all was in the comments saying that they are married. Now, it looks like Rasheeda and Kirk, that's just what I'm hearing from what they said to Carlos, that they may have looked up their marriage certificate and they were not able to find it because they not saying allegedly. They are saying that these two are not legally married, which is very interesting because they are not saying allegedly. So they must have looked it up and they're not married. This is what they're saying. Now, this is the crazy part. Mendeecees did not like what they had to say. He said, what type of man keep another man's name in his mouth? Shaking my head. I'm going to start disrespecting everybody. Now, this is Mendeecees talking. He said, if you allow your woman to mention my name, then she can get it too. I don't say shit about people. Oh, poly relationships, I mind my business because I don't give a. Please stop talking about me and mine. Now, this is Mendeecees talking, y'all, and people are in the comments like, no, Rasheeda and Kirk. No, they are not speaking on anybody in their marriage. I'm not sure what's going on. Based on what they're saying, it seems like, and then I read some other stuff that they're saying that Mendeecees and Yandy is trying to take their place. I have no idea what they're, referencing because they are both on the show. So for Mendeecees and Yandy to try to take their place, I don't understand what they are talking about. But they are saying that they are not married, that their marriage is fake. And more so, they're trying to say that Yandy and Mendeecees is not keeping it real with their relationship, and they believe that they're in an open relationship where, they're married, but possibly, I guess he can go out and do whatever. I don't know. Does that work for the woman as well? But that's what they're saying, and I don't know. I don't know, but I do know this, that, because I'm down here, in Atlanta, there's been a lot of, people have been saying a lot of stuff, women particularly, about Mendeecees. So, I mean, it would be a lot, to say that those people are just making it up. But Rasheeda is like, look, Yandy, you are trying to deflect here. And they saying that your man is doing all of this stuff. And if you guys were paying attention, Rasheeda never reference him as her husband, which is really, really interesting. So Rasheeda got some receipts on Yandy in the marriage. But listen to this. It looks like Yandy clapped back, honey, at Rasheeda. I can't play the music on it. It is a song. Here, let me hit it one time. So, yeah. So it looks like somebody in the comments saying, it's the audacity, had a whole baby outside of the marriage, to be smiling and commenting on someone else's situation is comical. Misery loves company. The most non-affectionate couple ever. She's not a girl. And then Yandy asks this person and say, girls, it's so important. And yes, it's comical, but I'm so G'd up. I ain't laughing. I don't laugh on another woman's downfall. Poor baby. I just wanted to see her win and have some self-esteem. She's talking about Rasheeda. I'll try to continue to build her up with a 10-foot pole in between. Boycott fake one. So she's talking about Rasheeda. Now, Yandy says, someone else says at Yandy, he says, Yandy is the type of friend I want. We don't need to be speaking all the time, but when I need you, you're always there. Just the one phone call away. And no, we don't have to consider, and no, you don't have to consider me as your best friend or a close friend. A regular friend is good enough. And then Yandy asks whoever this young lady is, and she said, that's the type of time I'm on with my friends, but some are just cut from a different cloth, baby boo. So this is kind of, Yandy getting back at Rasheeda for really saying that they wasn't really friends. I mean, you guys got to think about it like this. When you get to a certain age, you really shouldn't be calling everybody your friend. Like, it's going to be levels to this. And I kind of had to agree with Rasheeda. And what Rasheeda said is, listen, I don't consider Yandy to be my friend because, when I went through hard times with my husband, she didn't call me. I didn't hear from her. So, hey, that is Rasheeda's saying, in order to be my friend, these are things that I require. So it seems like they really never had a real friendship. Okay. So someone else said Kurt and Rasheeda are like Donald Trump. Everything they say about someone else is what they're really doing. And then Yandy said, keep talking about me behind my back and God will continue to bless me openly, or something about something to that effect. So y'all, this is kind of crazy. I don't know. Like I said, I know that Yandy hangs around a lot of Rasheeda's close friends. I don't think I've ever saw her and Rasheeda, in different settings outside of this show. So I believe what Rasheeda say is pretty accurate. They may be on the show together, but they probably, have not really built up, a friendship like that together. What Rasheeda is saying is, they kind of run in the same circles. They know the same people. They may even be at the same party. So this is what Yandy said: keep talking about me behind my back and watch God keep blessing me in front of your face. So, Rasheeda said they just really never built up a friendship like that. And then Yandy says, see, I told you the obsession is real, talking about Rasheeda. So I don't know the intricacies of their relationship, but again, Rasheeda is saying that they're trying to deflect and make it seem like it is Kurt's situation with the women. But that lady said that it was Kurt. I'm sorry, that lady said that it was Mendeecees. She wasn't confused about that. So I don't know. Yandy and not Yandy, I'm sorry, Rasheeda and Kurt is like, look, these people got a whole nother life that they didn't tell us about. And it's interesting, though, that these couples are really kind of going at it about something so, seem like, minute. You know what I mean? Like, if Mendeecees is cheating, and it seems like he is because everybody is saying it, I guess I don't understand why that is a Rasheeda problem. But I believe Yandy wanted Rasheeda to kind of get in it, and Rasheeda's like, look, I don't have anything to do with that. And if you guys paid attention to Rasheeda in Carlos King's interview, Rasheeda made it seem like, look, I know something, but I am going to plead the fifth. So y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this particular situation. I also thought I read somewhere where Yandy said that this is going to be their last season. I thought I saw that on Love and Hip Hop. I thought I saw something like that. But of course, y'all let me know what y'all think, in regards to this messy, messy situation, because I would think two married couples, it seemed like they would hit it off, but to go back and forth, argue about if your man was cheating, well, he wasn't talking about my husband. And then Rasheeda, like, he was talking about your man. Rasheeda is never going to reference Mendeecees as Yandy's husband. Y'all, this is... Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think.
She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Let Keisha, queen of the plot, hit that bell, 'cause the tea don't